Welcome to the Hollywood Scholar. I'm Jed Morgan, and we got an article here from Bounding into Comics about Ben Affleck hinting that he's done with Batman after The Flash and recalls awful experience on Justice League. We've been hearing a lot of rumors about that recently, that Ben Affleck is done as Batman and they're going to replace him with Batgirl. A video I did on that will be linked above. And it definitely seems like the route they're going to take, and I guess he's not officially allowed to say anything, that's why he's hinting at it, but I'd be interested to see what awful experiences he's talking about, because a lot of people have come out in the last few years with bad experiences on set, mainly with Joss Whedon, and some of those weren't as definitive or as concrete as other scandals on set before, but I'd be interested to see if he shines any light on what it was like to work in the DCEU with all the myriad of problems it had. But let's take a look. The rumors of a grand return complete with new content for Ben Affleck as the Dark Knight in a contained Snyderverse spinoff are pervasive. We've reported on them, and if you're a regular reader, you've heard them all, but the chatter may be all for naught. Yeah, I definitely don't believe they're going to restore the Snyderverse. I'm not too upset about that. I was never a big fan of the Snyderverse to begin with, but I hugely respect the fans of the Snyderverse and the movement that they put together, and just their passion is impressive to see, and it's nice to see that people can still get excited about stuff like this. So I wish they would restore the Snyderverse for them more than anything else. But let's see if they have any more information on The Flash. Affleck appears to confirm that the Batman, once The Flash hits theaters, and he'll be done. Not only that, he looked back on the rotten time he had making Justice League and experienced so bad he fell out of love with playing the Caped Crusader, which is really sad because he's a really good Batman, especially like a Batman Returns type, more older, darker. He's really good at playing that role. And DC's great at casting for the most part, besides Ezra Miller's Flash, but you could tell that Ben Affleck loved playing this character, and it's really sad to see that passion was killed by such a bad experience. On the positive side, he reiterated that he had fun revisiting the character in The Flash. What's more, Affleck thinks he finally turned in an interpretation that got, or cracked, as he would say, Batman perfectly. I'm wondering how much he's actually going to be in the Flash movie, because it seems like Michael Keaton will be in it more than him, so I don't know how much screen time he had to crack Batman perfectly. But, I'm not looking forward to The Flash at all, but if he's being accurate and that he had some really good parts of it, I might actually go see it and be interested. I have never said this. This is hot off the presses, but maybe my favorite scenes in the terms of Batman and the interpretation of Batman that I have done were in the Flash movie. That's interesting. He hopes that Warner Brothers doesn't tweak or tweak those scenes in any way. Well, considering that it's Warner Brothers, and if their rumors are true about replacing him with Batgirl, if they find out that his scenes were any good, they might try to ruin them just to make her look better. That would not surprise me in any way, shape, or form. And he just goes into more about why he thinks this was the best version. Aloha to the cat, ape, and crawl, which is a decision little to do with the lingering bitterness from how Justice League turned out in 2017. Justice League was a bad experience because of the confluence of things. My own life, my divorce, being away too much, the competing agendas, Zack Snyder's personal tragedy, and the reshooting. Yeah, it just seems like there was a lot going on. And maybe that's all he's talking about. It was just a bad time in his life between his own personal problems, the personal problems of his friend Zach, and then the reshoots. And maybe it was just a lot going on. Maybe not anything like you can point to someone and say, you caused all this or anything like that. Not like how some of the other actors did with Joss Whedon. It was just the worst experience. He continued. It was awful. It was everything that I didn't like about this. That became the moment where I said, I'm not doing this anymore. Which is sad. Therefore, he burned out and walked away from directing the Batman, allowing Matt Reeves to put his own spin on the lore because, I remember that. Ben Affleck was originally going to direct the Batman and have his own spin on it, but it just he lost all motivation to do it after Justice League, and that's why we have the Batman that we do coming out in a few months. He looked at it, he thought he's not going to be happy doing this, and at the end of the day, you definitely want to enjoy what you're doing, and I can't blame him for walking away, especially after all the personal problems he's been having in his life, the tragedies and whatnot. I mean, he's doing pretty good right now, but it's a complicated issue of balancing giving the fans what they want and deserve versus making sure you're okay doing it, that you're in a stable position of doing it. And it's a hard balance, and I think all things considered, Ben Affleck is doing the best he can with what he's given in that respect. And that looks like the end of the article. So I'm not interested in watching The Flash, but if he is telling the truth about some of his favorite scenes as Batfleck are in The Flash, I might be interested in seeing that, at least for that reason alone. But I'd love to see what you guys think in the comments below. If you please like, share, and subscribe, I will see you on the next video. Anon. If you like what I do here and want to see good, compelling stories that Hollywood will no longer give you, check out my book series, Odyssey of a Phoenix, a mythological epic about philosophy, morality, and modern-day mental illness issues. Books 1, Down in Flames, and Book 2, Apocalypse Then, currently on sale. Book 3, Kill the Dark, coming soon.